2023. Welcome back to The Real Talk with Cass
and Kai.
And we're so excited to be here with you guys. This is episode 3, and today we're going to be talking about how well do you know you? So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, the reason why we chose this topic for this week's episode is because I myself, over the past week since we saw you guys last, have really delved into the Pattern app. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It is an astrology app. Yes, it is an astrology app. Yes, I very much do believe in God. He is my number one end all be all. Absolutely. However, I do also believe in zodiac signs. I do believe that they have a lot to do with knowing who you are and kind of like what makes you work and tick, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to be talking about this week. Let's get into it.
Yeah, and also so like for me and my mother, we do believe in like God and everything, but there are some people that may not believe in astrology or God and everything like that, and that's okay. We're just telling you our perspectives on everything.
No judgment.
No judgment or anything, because we know there's some people that...
I'm not crying, I have really bad allergies right now.
We know that some people do not believe in Christ, or they just have a different religion, or they just don't believe in spirituality at all. We're just saying...
Well, here, in this house, we serve the Lord. Amen. Okay, but we just want to preface this by saying that because definitely we want this to be a no judgment zone. I know as soon as I said the word zodiac, that probably sent or could send, a few people somewhere else, and that's not the intent. And I really hope to not make anybody feel any type of way. So anyways, getting into it, we're going to talk about our big 3. If you know anything about astrology, when they say the big 3, these are your sun, moon, and rising. The sun is your actual, like me, born on July 23rd, which is the first day of the Leo zodiac, right? So that's my sun. My moon is a Libra. It's Libra season. Their main thing for Libras is the scales, right? Balance. So moon actually represents your emotional side. So I mention this because I just really, like I said, I've had this app Pattern. But you're excited to talk about this, huh?
Yeah, because I do like astrology too, so.
Yeah, and him and I, talking about our own signs and, how we see the signs interacting and, just...
how it correlates to everything and how you connect with another person that may be the same one as you or just in a different month or just... It's a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to astrology. What's your, are we compatible? Are we...
Yeah, and I mean, by all means, I don't live my life by this. The zodiacs and astrology is not at all, like I said, how I live my life. But I do like to use it, and I do find a lot of truth in it to kind of help me. And while I'm really venturing on my own personal journey of healing and growth and just personal development, I think it's really important to start with ourselves, right? And figure ourselves out. So that's kind of what got this all started, because I've had the Pattern app itself downloaded on my phone for a minute now, and I never really used it. Every once in a while, I do get the pop-ups of here's your today's astrology for your zodiac, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I read it, sometimes I don't. But this past week, I really started delving into it because I'm just at that level where I am trying to get to know me ultimately. Like we said, how well do you know you, right? So I'm thinking about this. I'm asking myself this. And ultimately, I want to learn myself in all areas. And like I said, Zodiac really helps to do that. So, where we left off, moon is, I'm a Libra. And that's your emotional side, how you come off to the world and represent yourself in an emotional space. And then lastly is the rising sign. So that's really interesting because as I'm learning more about this, the third big 3, the rising, is that apparently it's supposed to be how others perceive you. So say you're just meeting me, I'm an Aries. So, which is really interesting because Leo and Aries are both fire signs. So it's kind of not a big difference. You probably meet me and think I'm just like larger than life, very maybe loud. I definitely say if you ask if I'm loud or quiet, I'm definitely louder than not. But definitely fire aspect is depicted with me. So those are my big three. What's your big three?
So I had to like figure out what my big three are because I didn't know it right off the bat. But my big three, so my sun is in Taurus. So like the way that I see it, so my main astrology sign is Taurus, April 28th, 2003. Boom. So my sun is in Taurus, my moon is in Aries, and then my rising is in Virgo.
Oh, you said Taurus, Aries is your emotional sign?
Aries.
Wow.
Like, if you know me,
wow.
like, because Aries, they're kind of like, how do I say it? I don't know. They're very strong-minded. Sometimes they can be a little, like, heated at times. A little, like, hot-headed.
Well, the animal that represents them is a ram.
So, yeah.
And so the animal that represents your sun signs or your main is Taurus, is a bull. So, and I very much think you and his little brother, my other son, Zen, is also a Taurus, born May 12th. And the sign or the animal that represents a Taurus is a bull, which I think that you both display very similar traits of. And same for like Aries. So that's why it's interesting.
We're different too at the same time.
Of course.
I think because like along with astrology, like there's different months and like different days and like the time we're born. So like for me and my brother, we're both Tauruses, but I'm born in April and he was born in May. So, and like we're just two completely opposite people, but we have, like how she said, we have very, very similar like traits and everything like that. So
yeah, and I think it's really interesting too that my rising sign, which is how the world views me, like especially when they first meet me, is in Aries, and you're in Aries in the moon, which is the emotional representation.
I think I can see that because at times like I'm very like emotional wise, I'm very much to myself and very much like I have a lot of patience, so I don't really get mad. I'm a very like happy person, but when I get mad, which is very rare. So I can see why that's probably in Aries, and also plus my father, he's in Aries, so I'm like.
He is in Aries.
So, I mean, that probably has a play in it too, but I don't know. So, I know my rising is in Virgo. So,
interesting.
I was kind of confused right now. I was like, Virgo.
We love a Virgo. I honestly.
Virgos are cool though. The few that.
First off, you can't put all signs into
a category or like
right
into the same slot.
Exactly.
What you may like. See them as, you can't think that they're all like that because everyone's different at the end of the day. So
yeah, and these are just like guidelines, not guide law. So I hope that makes sense. So I really think that the pattern app is awesome. It also allows you, first off, the way to get your big three is by downloading the pattern app and then putting in the date, time, and location of your birth. Hopefully you know that. I definitely know mine.
If you don't know the time, ask your mama.
So. Ask your mama, get that birth certificate, and confirm.
I feel like everyone should know their kind of...
Yeah, you want to put in the most accurate information because when you do, like I did, you're going to get some really great information that is, for me, it was spot on. It was very enlightening and eye-opening, again, while I'm on my journey to self-enlightenment and personal development. So download that app, put in those things so you can get your birth chart, look at your big three, and kind of learn about yourself. It's pretty awesome because, like, I'll go in there right now real quick. When you do that, it not only gives you, like, your full, like, birth chart, all of the different houses, everything that was happening astrologically, meaning with the signs at your time of birth. So that's pretty cool in itself. But once you look at the big three or whatever you want to look at in your birth chart, you can actually click on it to go deeper. So I'm clicking on my chart, July 23rd, 1985, right? So I'll go to the first one is my moon sign, which I said is Libra. And so it says emotionally, right, as a Libra, I'm likable but often misunderstood. I mean, you're just gonna read me like that. This is very true. I see no lies here. And then it also allows you to press go deeper. So when you do that, it gets real specific. And so that's where I was just like, it threw me. My mind was blown. I told him about it. I was like, you got to download it and really learn about yourself. I downloaded it and
then I started looking into it a little bit.
Right? Too. So you guys do that. Comment below. Come back and comment after you've done this homework and later on in the week. In a few weeks, come back. I mean, this is a timeless video. Whenever you can, come back and put what your big three are and kind of...
Or just let us know your sign, or if you think your sign matches your personality.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
If the information that you learned about, if you think it's accurate, or if it's not you at all, share that too. We'd love to hear it. And so when I was looking into this app and just thinking about all these things, and I kind of wanted to know, we want to know from you guys, like, and also you, Kai, like, how do you practice self-love and self-care? Because for me, Sundays is that day, is that girl to just reset and set my intention for the week ahead.
Honestly, since like these past
which I'm so thankful most of the time when they go off, I've already done whatever the task is. So aside from that, we are back. We are recording on our YouTube channel. Hey, y'all. Thank you for sticking it out with us. Thank you for not judging us through the technical difficulties. You know, these gremlins be trying to get you, and the devil is mad and be trying to stop, but the word will go forth on today. So
what was the question again, if I may
ask? Question is, how do you practice self-care?
Well, recently, ever since starting our podcast, well, before that, to be honest, I'm a very high maintenance type of person, so I like to make sure like my skin is nice. I wash my face.
We
do
see
all
the
that
glow.
Stuff. So, yeah, I just try to like the way I just self-care is like I probably like exfoliate every 2 weeks. Probably like do a skin mask or a face mask like once a week. But starting now with the podcast, ever since the beginning, I just think my Sundays are like really nice now because like I know I wake up in the morning, do what I gotta do, and then and then I start getting ready, like doing my makeup and everything. So I think that's kind of like my way of like taking care of myself, or just making sure that, just making sure that I feel good on a Sunday for self-care Sunday, pretty much. So that's the way. That's how I take care of myself, pretty much. That's how I do my.
That's awesome. So
skincare, self-care.
So yes, you do have a Sunday or a self-care just in general, especially on Sundays.
Especially on Sundays, yes.
But all the time you do have a self-care, self-love regime and routine. Also about that, because I also said that Sundays are really important to me to reflect on the past week that has just ended and really be clear about the vision, my goals, the intentions for the next coming week as well, right?
Yeah.
And so you mentioned that you also have that. So what are some of the main like skincare products that you use? Because like I said, your skin is glowing. I'm here right here next to him. Yes, we do have the lights and everything to just intensify the glow. But I see you, and so share with the girls.
To be honest, I use a lot. So, like, the way that my skincare works is I do oil cleanser first, like face wash. Then I do just a regular cleanser on top of that. Just make sure it's extra clean and everything like that. Then I do, like, a deep, like, exfoliating scrub / pore face wash. And then I kind of just rinse it off. Then I come to my desk. First, I do some eye cream to make sure, like, to help with these bags, which you probably can't see, but they're there. Then I help with that. That helps with that. Then I move on to some vitamin C serum and some hyaluronic acid serum. And then I go in with some more hyaluronic acid because that's very good for the skin and that helps it very much a lot.
Oh, but what is this new snail mucin?
And then to get to that step, after that, I'm done. After everything is all dry and ready, I wet my face either with some toner or some water. Then I do the snail mucin. Snail mucin is all over TikTok. It is the mix. I love it. It's been helping a lot. Snail mucin is kind of like whenever you see a snail on the floor and you know that little trail that they leave. Yeah. That's basically what it is.
The slimy stuff.
The slimy stuff. Basically, that's what it is, but it's meant to basically... It seems weird. Like, you're like, why would you want to put that on your face?
So, that brings up... Sorry to cut you off, but that brings up something good, because I myself am a pescatarian. Mm-hmm. As the days go on, I've been a pescatarian for...
A decent amount of time.
A long time. I don't know, 5-7 years. I'm not sure which one of those, but a while. And I also like to use all natural products. So when I hear of snail mucin and glowing, but is that recommended for someone that's looking for like a vegan skincare product?
Honestly, if it's... I wouldn't necessarily
Probably
say
not, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Only because it's not like it's not an all natural product. It did come from a snail. The brand is very nice. I think it's a Korean skincare brand, and they're very much into
skincare in general. Yeah.
And I mean, it's cruelty free.
Do y'all know anything about that? If you do, comment below. Because I want to know. I
want
my skin to glow like that,
I'm trying to get these brand deals with all these skincare and makeup products.
Yeah, he's definitely using it.
Yeah.
And you see, like I said, I mean, it's working. So
yeah, I mean, and then after that, I just do some. After that's dry with the snail mucin, then I just do some CeraVe moisturizer, and then pretty much all set for the day. And then
Yes, and then wash and repeat every day, right? So I love that. Anything else like church, working out, anything else, meal prepping?
Honestly, it sounds bad, but like, I don't know, something about snacks. I just like snacks just do it for me every time.
So no meal prepping.
I don't meal prep. I don't know. I just have to maybe start getting into it. But yeah, no.
That's honest.
Snacks is just like my, I don't know, it's just my thing. And then that keeps me, I'm not gonna say that sounds crazy. But snacks is just another way of just making like, helping me stay.
Well, let's talk about it, okay? Because when you bring up snacks, I know how much you love snacks, and it's no wonder because I love snacks. My mom today tells me about when I was a little baby, and I was like, give me more juice and chips. I'm not really much of a sweet tooth person, but that salt, baby, that potato chip, those French fries, yes, I'm there. But I know that you love snacks, and in particular, you like those hot, flaming chips.
Anything hot.
So I was telling them, now I'm on TikTok. I've been on TikTok for some time. I be constantly going down rabbit holes. And one of the rabbit holes that I went down recently was about hot, flaming chips and products, and how that's about to be banned in America because it's already banned in most all other countries, right? Because of the stuff is apparently cancerous, which that's a whole nother rabbit hole in itself. Big part of the reason why I am a pescatarian, vegetarian, and in my most recent days, I'm really strongly considering going vegan gradually, and I can definitely understand more and more why people just kind of transition to that completely raw and clean eating lifestyle. So about that, like, how do you... Because we've had conversations, let's be honest, where I'm just like, that changed my life. A documentary that I saw on Netflix about food, the processes, how it comes from the farm to the table to us in the grocery stores. And that completely changed my life and is why I am a pescatarian today, right after I saw that. So I tell Kai, you know, I talk to him honestly, right, about these things. Like, once you know better, it's like you gotta kind of do better, right? So how do you feel about hot flaming chips and in the snack arena and possibly being banned?
I mean, I am kind of sad that it's gonna be gone. So I mean, it's kind of like sad cry face emoji. But I mean, there's better snacks out there that you can try. So
yeah, so
it's just finding a better like finding a better choice basically.
yes.
For it. So
That's what it's about. And I commend you and I applaud you for that, because when we talk about it, I know how much he loves it and how hard it is. How hard it was even for me. I'm talking about this 5-7 years later of being a pescatarian, and how my life has changed from what I learned watching that documentary, right? So thank you for sharing that too. That's so funny to me. It's just also because how we said last week, how you do one thing is how you do everything, is so true. Because when I had this conversation with Kai, and even when I'm sharing it with you guys about how you see these documentaries, you learn about the truth about food and how all these things are connected, ultimately not to better us, but just essentially an attack on humans, right? On the human race. So it's the same thing in what I do in my personal life, the business that I run with my wife, the financial services business that we run. We talk to people all the time, all day, and it is constantly just very enlightening having these conversations, these real conversations with people. Once you bring up truth, it's like you have to do something with it, right? And a lot of people are very kind of, they fight that till they can't fight it anymore, you know? So I think it's really interesting. I think that food connects to everything as well. But about the main topic, guys, we just want to know, how well do you know yourself? What are you doing to love yourself, right? In your continued journey to healing and becoming.
Change? What are you going to do? What are you going to... Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to change? Like, when? Just when? I mean, that goes for us too. That goes for her. That goes for her. That goes for me. I mean, we're just trying to get, like, how do you guys feel? Like, what is it that you guys want to change or better yourself in, or take care of yourself more in? It just relates to, like, a whole bunch of everything.
And you're so right. It is so important to do it now. Time is going by so fast. Just the other day, I was talking to my business mentor, and it's like, man, we're in the double digits now. There's less than 100 days in 2023.
Like 93, 94?
Yeah.
Now it's almost
Yeah, you were on the training too.
Now it's like almost like 80, 70 left. So.
And it is. By all means, guys, don't get down on yourself if you're not where you want to be, but allow it to be fuel, right? To propel you on to your next level and into 2024. Strong, bold, better than ever before. So, guys, is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Oh, your weekly obsession. What's your weekly obsession for this week?
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Sorry.
No, you good.
For me, my weekly obsession this week, what has it been? Honestly, I'm very into, like, the media, so like, I'm into social media and, like, everything like that. Honestly, I'll probably just say, just like the social media topics that have been coming up, like Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. Like, everyone's been talking about the Taylor Swift and dating the football player. There was that one point like a few months ago, was the Lizzo and her big girls. That's another topic we're gonna catch on in like another time. But yeah, just social media right now has just been my
I've been really interested in reading more. So the Pattern app really did help with that. I've been trying to get back to journaling as well, reading and journaling, which is something that I used to be very committed and disciplined about, but you know, life be lifing, so I have gone off track with that. But again, I'm really just tuning in and channeling all these things to help me become my best self. And I really just am focused on turning off the phones and social media as well, trying to just find that perfect balance, right? Because social media is very interesting and intriguing to me as well, especially when we're embarking on this newness, growing our brands. Our dog Fisher.
Oh, this is our dog Fisher. He was messing with some, decided to come and get him.
Yeah, y'all probably heard him, honestly, this whole time, so I was trying to, like, not pay attention and give him more attention, and he's already seeking, but he's a baby. This is my first son. I love him so bad, so...
So yeah.
Yes,
so
guys.
Basically, we hope you guys like this new episode. Mother is going to finish it out for us, y'all. So
definitely. So Kai and I found a meme and wanted to share this with you as you go into your new week. Guys, the real flex is how many of your wounds you can turn into wisdom. I love that. That's a bar. That's the truth. There's no lies there. This concludes this week's episode of The Real Talk with Cass
and Kai.
And we want to leave you with well wishes and wish you the best in this week to come. And until next time, Vibe Tribe, keep your foot on the gas, on the enemy's neck, because you're divinely protected and blessed. And if anyone can do it, you are the one. Better believe it.
Period.
Love you.
Period.
Bye.